Hi guys, it's Vicky and I'm back to share some layouts that I did over the past month or so. This is pictures from a trip to Clearwater and Tampa, Florida when I was about 19 years old. It was 1980. And this is my mom, this is me, and this is my best friend at the time. And we were there from the last week of August till about the second or third week of September. We were there for like 3 weeks plus. And on this particular, when these pictures were taken, we were staying over on Clearwater Beach. We have a lot of family, and always have, in Florida, so whenever we go, we usually stay for an extended period of time, and we visit with family, we stay with them some of the time, and of course, to make it a vacation, we'll stay over on the beach. Well, we were at the Clearwater Marina, and our hotel was right across the street from the marina, and we found this little place that was like a diner, and they served the best breakfast. We just loved going over there in the mornings and getting our eggs and grits and toast. And on this particular day, as you can see, we stopped and took some pictures outside. And it was just the cutest little diner because it wasn't like a tourist place. So it was people who lived there getting ready to go out on their boats for the day. We talked about that place for years to come. This was absolutely one of the best times and best vacations of my entire life. That's why I have the title here, What If? Because when we were all three in Florida, we had decided that we were going to come home, tie up some loose ends, and we were going to move back to Florida together, the three of us. We were all single. I didn't even think of having kids by that point. What ended up happening is we came back, and my friend was a year younger than me, so she had just graduated high school, and she got the surprise gift of a trip to Hawaii because her cousin was married to a guy in the military there. So she went over and stayed with her cousin for 2 or 3 weeks. I ended up dating my son's father again. We had been on and off for a while, and we ended up getting back together, and it just changed our plans of moving to Florida. I don't have many regrets in my life. I really don't. But there are times that I think back over my life, you can really see like the fork in the road, or you can really look back and see the crossroads. It's when you know your life could have went in a totally different direction, for the good or for the bad. So when I was going through these old Florida pictures of this vacation, I thought, I wonder what if we had moved back to Florida. How would my life be different? Because I wouldn't have my son. I wouldn't have that son. I'm sure at this point I'd have kids or a kid. I probably wouldn't have married my husband, and I don't regret anything. But I do have to be honest in saying, what if? Anyway, that's that story. These pictures are very old photos. I mean, they're from 1980, 1979. So I had to put them in and scan them and then put them in Photoshop and try to clean them up a little. I found that it worked best for design purposes as well as printing, to change it to black and white. I kind of like the vintage retro look to it. Anyway, the background is Lucky Charm by American Crafts. These are just some of those little shabby chic flowers we all have. This was, the strip from the bottom of the paper. I put some banners in back here. This and that was on the same paper, and it's either sassafras for Studio Calico or just sassafras lass. This is also Lucky Charm. This is Maggie Holmes, I think, or the Pure Collection. One or the other. You see, I outlined everything. Put a little twine around my manufacturer strip. And down here, you'll see I used my Studio Calico boat that says 3, and those little figures represent my mom, my friend, and myself. I guess that's a... Oh, and this is Martha Stewart paint, glitter paint, splattered on there. I'll zoom in.
And that font is American Craft Thickers, and this is the Serenade font. And there you go. On to the next one.
This is another picture from that same trip to Florida. And here we've got our makeup on and hair curled, and
let me tell you, we used to use Aquanet hairspray, and I bet Hurricane Helga could have come through the Florida room, and our hair wouldn't have moved at all.
But this is a night we were all dressed up and ready to go out to a little bar that was attached to a liquor store named ABC Liquors. And when this picture was taken, we were back in Tampa, Florida, where my aunt lived. And at first, when we first got over there, we were like,
we don't want to stay here. We want to be on the beach.
And the thing is back then, when you were 19 years old in Florida, you could drink, alcoholic beverages. And I still drank back then. So anyway, we was not happy about being in Tampa and not on the beach. So we go out one night and we went into a couple of bars, and it just wasn't, our style. Keep in mind, this is 1979, 1980. Disco was still around. We wanted to go out and dance. So we end up finding this little place behind ABC Liquors, and it was a lounge. And it was there in Tampa, Florida on Gandy Boulevard. For those of you familiar with Tampa, it's down by MacDill Air Force Base. So we walk into this little tiny bar, and
we knew we had found our new home.
Because My House by the Mary Jane Girls was playing. We wanted to dance, and I love R&B music. So it ended up, we couldn't wait every night when the sun would go down to get there to that ABC lounge. I'll tell you, we was the belle of the ball there. It was a great time. So here you can see that we've had ourselves a couple of adult beverages, Bacardi rum, and look how this matches that to a T. We were in my aunt's Florida room, and all of us, even my mom and my aunt, had a couple of drinks that night. So what a great time. Let's see here. You know me, I'm always so happy that when I get to do a girly type of layout, I might go too girly. But this is Basil Ultra Thick Smooth White Cardstock. Really, really thick cardstock. This is Maggie Holmes. These little blings are just like that 99-cent bling I picked up at Joann forever ago. This is from one of those little labels by Authentique or My Mind's Eye. 99-cent bling. This is Thickers, but I can't remember the name of the font. I love it. How skinny it is and the ombre colors. This is Kelly Perky, I think. Yeah, either that or Jelly Bean. These are those little pillow stickers, American Crafts. See, this little die cut of the kitty is from Cherry Lynn Designs, and this little die cut came with one of a bigger die cut set that has like a screen door die. I love that. This is, I think, EK Success Lattice Punch. I'm not sure what the papers are, guys. I know it's American Crafts, but not sure what. These letters are Lily Bee Designs. These little tabs is from one of those tab punches, and I picked that up at a Cherry on Top. Let's see. This, you know, is Maggie Holmes. This paper is definitely American Crafts, I think Amy Tan. And this is just some organza ribbon I sewed on the side. If I could do this layout over, I would have scooted the whole cluster and photo over a little bit. I feel like it's too close to the ribbon. Back here is tissue paper, and I'll zoom in. Oh, those were the good old days when I had cheekbones. And I really liked how that lattice punch looked layered in behind the papers. I couldn't get over that this bling matched the bottles. Oh, and that was Nate waving to the camera and saying hi to everyone. And it says, ABC Lounge, here we come. And I've got a lot of layers in there. It looks like there's a speck on there. That's not on purpose. Heaven only knows what it is. And there you go. So there's a couple of layouts for you. I'll be back to do more later today, hopefully, so I can get all these layouts put away. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.